What's up, everyone? Corey coming to you again for Caliber Explosion with my review of Captain America Civil War. This is the third film in the Captain America series, and I couldn't even tell you what film it is in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. If you haven't seen this movie, shame on you, because this movie is brilliant. It is a cinematic just masterpiece. Every character in this movie was given screen time that was completely relevant to the storyline and other characters within it. Usually movies that jam-pack a lot of characters for the sake of either audience views or just fan base, when they jam-pack them with characters, whether they're heroes or villains, they always mess it up. They always, do it wrong. Spider-Man 3 did it. I personally like Spider-Man 3, but I understand where people were irritated with the fact that there was way too many characters involved in it. Same goes for the Batman vs Superman. Again, I like that movie because I'm biased. I'm a Batman fan, and Ben Affleck was actually the best Batman I ever seen. But Civil War just touched base perfectly with these characters, introducing new ones as well as making old ones still relevant and likable. It was just incredible. And then to reintroduce Spider-Man into this movie. Everyone knows who Spider-Man is, but to reintroduce him to where people basically need a fresh start, so to speak, but also to be reminded that Spider-Man is, well, badass. And they put him in there so perfectly that it didn't seem like he was just shooting for, next year's Spider-Man Homecoming. It just felt incredibly, it felt needed. It was just, I can't explain anymore that movie needed Spider-Man, it needed Captain America, it needed Iron Man, and it needed all the smaller characters. Like, even though Vision is in it, he wasn't given a whole lot of screen time, but he was still needed. And as well as, like, Ant-Man, he was in it for a short period of time, but he was still needed. It was just incredibly utilized with all these characters. They did such a good job with it. Captain America is probably my #1 favorite superhero movie. I couldn't give you a list of them, but when it comes to superhero movies, what's the first one I can think of? That one and The Dark Knight. Those are the first two that come to hand because they were done so well in their storyline and utilizing those characters in that storyline. Like I said, if you haven't seen it, shame on you. You need to. There's no second guess to it. Civil War is incredible. I just got a message from my fiance. Please ignore that. Go see Civil War. You need to own it. You need to worship it. It was just so good. I feel like I'm missing something because I was just kind of baffled by it, that it was so great that I can't wait to see what they do with these characters after this storyline. Like, I'm a huge Spider-Man fan too, so I'm obviously excited about Homecoming. And I'm just excited to see what else there is. I know there's another Ant-Man coming out. It's Ant-Man and the Wasp. But, and Marvel does such a good job at pinpointing the actors to play these characters. Like, you watch it, obviously for the longest time people say Robert Downey Jr. was born to play Iron Man. I totally agree. I look at Robert Downey Jr. and anything else, I'm like, he's not Sherlock Holmes. He's Iron Man. He's Tony Stark. Same with Chris Evans. Most people, were split because before he was the Human Torch. He's played in several different superhero movies like Scott Pilgrim, and there was another one he played in. He had like telekinesis powers or something. I can't remember. A Jumper, maybe. I think that's what it was called. Whatever. But Captain America was, the role for him. And then talking about Tom Holland, who is now our new Spider-Man. I liked Tobey Maguire, and I, kind of just accepted Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man, because I always thought he was kind of too good-looking for Peter Parker. And Peter Parker isn't good-looking, he's a little dweeb. And Tom Holland, he's not like the best-looking guy, but he's not a nerd. So he like fit that perfect balance in between. And then when he was Spider-Man, oh, he was Spider-Man. Like that attitude he had was just perfect. Spider-Man's a wisecracking hero, and then Peter Parker's a timid, nerdy high school student. What else can I say about this? I don't know enough about Black Panther, so it was a good thing me going into this movie and just kind of having this character I had no idea about and love it. Like Chadwick Boseman, I think that's the guy's name who plays him. I think he did a great job. He's the first person to bring the Black Panther to life in a live-action movie, and it's going to be hard to follow if years on down the road they, for whatever reason, decided to reboot Black Panther. The villain was great. I love Baron Zemo. I'm unfamiliar with the actor who plays his name. They didn't even have to put him in his classic comic book Baron Zemo costume. You know, he was just a regular guy. And really, he didn't even hardly interact with the Avengers much till like the end of the movie. But he still was such a huge impact. I'm rambling on about this because I feel there's so much to say about Civil War. But you guys just need to go see it. Get your own opinion. If you see it, good for you. If you don't, again, shame on you. You're missing history. I'm Corey, once again signing out for Caliber Explosion. If you like what you see, please subscribe below. And I will see you guys next time. Okay, bye.